Hey, welcome back to Livin MN Outdoors. I'm Daniel, and thanks for tuning in to this week's fishing report. Finally, guys, ice fishing is here. It's currently December 7th, and we finally have some decent ice. Now, this week we're going to start up on Mille Lacs Lake. We'll run through the ice report and then a fishing report as well. So let's dive right into that. So I've been talking to Jeff, the owner of Castles Resort up there. I've also been up there several times as well. And right now they have a consistent 7 inches of ice out to the mouth of the bay. Now that's roughly about a mile out there, maybe a touch over. They're out to the Malone Point area and fishing has been pretty decent. Now this week they did start allowing ATVs out. You can bring ATVs, a snowmobile, but absolutely no side-by-sides at this time. And guys, if you do plan to bring an ATV out there, use common sense, avoid exposed weed beds, don't hug the shoreline, give plenty of space between you and other anglers, and you guys will be set to have a great time. Now, as far as the fishing goes out there on Isle Bay, there's been a decent perch and walleye bite. You do have to sort through the perch, pretty heavy, but there is some really nice perch mixed in. Now, to catch the perch, a small jigging spoon and a minnow head, or a small tungsten with a wax worm or a minnow head will work as well. Now, as far as the walleyes go, Isle Bay, they have their main trough right out in front of the resort there. They've been catching plenty of walleyes in that 13 to 18 foot of water. Now, the best areas on the trough has been where the drop-off is more gradual rather than a sharp break. Now, the best baits to use for those, a pink and white buckshot spoon or a perch-colored buckshot spoon has been working really well, and tip that with a fathead or just the head of a minnow is working as well. Now, make sure if you're headed up there, guys, small sucker minnows on tip-ups have been producing a lot of really nice walleyes up there. Whether you run them on a dead stick or a tip-up, get those 3 to 5 inch sucker minnows, put them a foot to 2 foot off bottom, and you're sure to catch some beautiful Mille Lacs Lake walleyes. Now, some other good areas other than the main trough, Malone Point, get up off of there, 13 to 18 feet of water, like in on the trough, set up your tip-ups with those small sucker minnows and jig those buckshot spoons, and you're going to come across some really nice walleyes. Now, Castles Resort, they do have some spear houses available right now. There has been some really big pike being caught and speared out there. So if you want to get in on some of that pike action, go ahead, call Castles Resort and reserve a spear house. Now, they do have wheelhouses that will be available as soon as they can get them out there. They have cabins up on shore. So if you want to get up there, stay in a cabin or in a wheelhouse, go ahead and call Jeff from Castles Resort. All right, guys, now moving over to Lake Winnie. I talked to Chad yesterday. He was out checking ice. They found a consistent 7 inches of ice out about 2 miles to the Three Sisters area. Now, there are a few areas that have a little bit less ice. They're marked with stakes, so just check in with the resort before you go out there. You need to be careful of that river channel, but with the few cold nights that we've had, I'm sure they've gained a little bit more ice. Now, as far as what they're allowing, you can walk out or you can use an ATV or a snowmobile. ATVs at your own discretion. It's still early ice. You need to be checking as you go. So if you're going to take an ATV, make sure you're checking the ice on your way out. Now, as far as the fishing goes, the fishing has been really good. Walleye, perch, panfish, pike, they're all being caught in the bay there. As far as the walleyes, 9 to 16 feet of water, weed lines, sand flats, shallow humps, those have been producing the most walleyes. Now, as far as how to catch those, a plain red hook with a fathead or a small sucker minnow, and then for your jigging, pink and white buckshot spoon, green, gold, those colors are working as well. Now as far as the perch, a small jigging spoon or a small tungsten jig, tip that with waxworms or a minnow head, and you're gonna catch some nice perch out on Lake Winnie right now. Now as far as the panfish are up in shallow, looking at 7 to 10 feet of water. They're on weed edges or up inside the weeds. Small tungsten jigs tipped with waxworms or larvae are putting some really nice panfish topside. Now as far as the pike fishing out there, weed lines, weed beds, the pike are kind of everywhere. Put down a smelt or a small sucker minnow and you're sure to have plenty of action when it comes to pike fishing out on Tamarack Bay. Now, the Pines Resort, they do have a full bar and restaurant. They have a beautiful fish cleaning house. They do have spear houses, day houses, wheel houses, and cabins available for rent. So if you're looking to get into a day house or a spear house, I believe they're pulling those out possibly even this weekend. Or if you're looking for a cabin to stay up there and wheel her out, go ahead, give Chad a call and get those booked as soon as possible. Now later in the season, guys, Zups Guide Service, he will be running his wheelhouses out on Lake Winnie again. If you guys are interested in booking a stay in a wheelhouse, whether it's during the week or on a weekend, go ahead, give Scott a call and get a wheelhouse booked up on Lake Winnie. So if you guys are looking to get up to Lake Winnie this coming weekend or in the future, go ahead and call Chad from the Pines Resort. All right, now moving over to Leech Lake. I just got off the phone with the guys from Horseshoe Bay Lodge. They were out checking the ice. They found a consistent 5 inches of ice, but part of the main lake and some of the bays are still open and they got some shifting ice. So they are not going to be opening this coming weekend. No, they said they're very hopeful that they'll be allowing walkout traffic beginning on, I believe, either the 14th or the 15th, and they're hoping that they will be able to allow ATVs at that time. Now, Horseshoe Bay Lodge, they just recently opened their bar and restaurant, Iron Fire Bar and Grill. That opens today, so if you want to get up to Leech Lake, eat some delicious food, have some drinks, check out Iron Fire Bar and Grill. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay later in the season up at Horseshoe Bay Lodge, they have hotel rooms, cabins, condos, whatever you're looking for, they can help accommodate you. If you're looking for a wheelhouse, you can check in with Tanner from Only Outdoors. He has a fleet of beautiful ice castles. So if you're looking to stay out on the ice in a wheelhouse, go ahead and call Tanner from Only Outdoors. Now, if you're looking for a guide trip out on Leech Lake Guide Team LLC, they'll be running some guide trips on Leech and some of the surrounding areas. So check them out on their website or their Facebook page and book yourself a trip. So if you guys are looking to get up to Leech Lake, not this weekend, but the next weekend, go ahead and call Cam or Courtney from Horseshoe Bay Lodge. All right, guys, well, that was a quick fishing report and ice report, guys. We will be doing these every week. They post Thursday morning. If you guys like these reports, please hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment. Let us know what you'd like to see different in the fishing reports, and we will try to accommodate that. If you guys do make it out, remember, don't leave your trash on the lake, guys. They just changed the laws on that. Make sure you check into them before you're out fishing. Be respectful of other fishermen. Be safe. It's still early. We have plenty of season left, but have fun. And most importantly, guys, don't forget to get on out there and get living.